What's up, everybody? The Not On MC back again for another 31 days of horror reviews. And this time it is a two for one, as I like to call it. You can count it for two. We're still going to do 31. We're going to be looking at 1992's Candyman, starring Virginia Madsen and Tony Todd, the legend himself, Tony Todd, um, who will always be Candyman in mine and everybody else's eyes. This is written by, of course, Clive Barker. 1992, I'll read the synopsis. The Candyman, a murderous soul with a hook for a hand, is accidentally summoned to reality by a skeptic grad student researching the monster's myth. The reason this is a two for one is because this one, the original, this one, and the 2019 Candyman are very, very much linked. Not, I mean, they're basically sequels. But they talk a lot about what happened with Helen Lyle, Virginia Madsen's character in the original Candyman. Uh, if you've never seen Candyman, I mean, anybody who's anybody knows the look in the mirror 5 times and say Candyman. I don't even do it to this day. I will not go in that damn bathroom, shut the door, and look at the mirror. Hold on, let me ask my lady. Would you do that?
I don't say.
She don't even say nothing in the mirror. I don't even think she looks at herself and goes, "Have a good day." But look, this is I'd never do it. That or Bloody Mary. You know, Bloody Mary was another one back in the day. Don't do it. Don't look in the mirror and say it because it you never know. Anyway, I mean, it'd be cool if I could look at the mirror and Tony Todd pop out and I'd be like, "What's up, man? I love your movies." But he's a scary son of a bitch. Anyway, awesome movie. Can't say enough about the original. I watched the original last night, then I watched the new one. Uh, Tony Todd couldn't be scarier in this movie. His voice, the bees, the man had real bees all over him. He had them in his mouth. I looked it up. They said that he negotiated $1,000 for every bee sting, and he was stung 23 times, which this man made 23 grand just off of bee stings. I'm gonna be honest. Somebody gave me $1,000 to get stung by a bee. I'd be like, load him up, load him up. Virginia Madsen is actually highly allergic to bees, so they actually bred a non-poisonous bee on the top of the studio to go into this movie. But yeah, like it said, she's researching urban legends. She runs on the Candyman legend, and then it goes from there. Really bloody movie. There's a lot of blood spray in this movie. He's got a hook for a hand, so when he hits somebody, I mean, it sprays, and it's one of the nastiest looking things, especially for 1992. I think it was really wasn't gory, but just it was just spray everywhere. But yeah, that is 1992's Candyman. They did make two other sequels, Farewell to the Flesh and Day of the Dead. I'm not sure which ones came first because I don't really watch the sequels. But Tony Todd was awesome in all of them. I'm not gonna give any spoilers away from this one because they do talk about a lot about what happened in these movies in the new one, and that brings us to the new one, Candyman, produced by Jordan Peele. You know, Jordan Peele's got a hot hand when it comes to horror. If you don't count Nope, we're not going to talk about Nope. But man, I didn't have a lot of hopes for when I watched it. I watched it when it came out several years ago, and you know, a lot of these movies that were remade or pseudo sequels like Pet Cemetery and stuff like that just didn't work out. They didn't work out good. But this one they did. This one it worked out. Through the whole movie, you're being told the legend of Candyman. Not only was it Tony Todd, but there's several other people who they envisioned as Candyman, and you'll see that through the other movies and through you know, Tony Todd's character being the first or whatever. But without giving any spoilers away, the I'll read the synopsis to this one. Let me pull it up real quick. I didn't have that one pulled up. I'm not gonna even butcher his name. The guy's amazing in it. The main character, Anthony McCoy, which I can't even say anything about the original because it'll give spoilers away because they're so tied. But the actor that plays him, absolutely amazing. He has that Tony Todd voice too, that deep voice that just looks like butter, and you wouldn't think that like anything about it when you hear it, but when you hear it in the context of a Candyman style, you're like, oh shit. But through the whole movie, I'm like, man, Tony Todd is they tell these backstories with these really scary puppets, and you figure out why. Also, the credits to this movie, I've never sat and watched the entire credits without thinking there's a post credit scene or something. There's no post credit scene. You're just watching these credits, and it basically tells you the entire movie in puppets, and it is one of the scariest things because the theme of Candyman, which it's Helen Lyle's theme. I actually went out and found the ringtone just because it was so cool. And I changed it. I was like, that's gonna be a good ringtone for Halloween. And it's the I don't even know if y'all can hear that, but it's just that do 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 do. It's so terrifying. And it was in the original. It's in this one, and it plays in the background of the credits with the puppets going on. And I mean, they nailed it, man. Jordan Peele nailed it, and it has a lot to do, and the original did as well, about race and what happened to the Candyman. And it tells that story too. And it tells the story about what happens in the original. And without giving anything away, the main character has ties to the original. And just go see it. Both these movies are absolutely amazing horror films. And I can't say enough about them. 5 out of 5 for both of them. They nailed the new one. And I'd love to see. I don't know how you continue it, but I'd love to see it. They literally tell you how they can keep it going, but it ends so perfectly, you know. But it's such a good film. Go see them. Go check out both of them. The original Candyman is on Peacock, I do believe, and the new one is on Paramount Plus. So if you have those two, you can see them. I don't think the sequels are on anything. I haven't found them. I kind of like to go back. I have seen the sequels before, but it's been a long time. But those are two movies. That's a 2-for-1 for this one. Up next, coming out tomorrow at the time of this recording, Halloween Ends. So we'll find out how Halloween ends and how it is. We'll catch you next time for that one. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Tell me if you love Candyman as much as I do. And Tony Todd. How could you not love Tony Todd? Awesome, awesome actor in anything he's in. But, yep, comment. Tell me what you think about these movies, guys. I'll catch you next time.